Hello, my name is Tracy from Tennessee, and I am going to perform a little experiment. I'm going to match up this nice, beautiful, dedicated chess computer against a piece of old DOS chess software from 1985 to see what will happen when you run the old DOS software on a modern computer like this. This board and the computer inside it was made, I think, in 1990 by a company called Mephisto in Germany. It was pretty strong for its time. I think it was, the rating is probably between 1900 and 2000, which is, for 1990 for a dedicated computer, was really strong. It's beautiful to look at and it's beautiful to play. It uses these magnetic reed switches, which you'll see in action here in a minute. But I wanted to show you the setup for this computer for what I'm going to be doing today. My plan is to play a 10-game match with the Mephisto. This particular model is the MMV, and I'm going to be playing it against a piece of DOS software called Turbo Chess, which was written by an Australian company called Archangels. I think it's Archangels, maybe. But in any case, I'll start here by showing you a little bit about the Mephisto MM5. So it's powered by an adapter, and here on the side is the power switch. I'll go ahead and turn that on. And it has this really interesting little cabinet here. And you pull it out, and this design was modular. You could take these modules out and replace them with modules of different playing styles and abilities. And this particular one, like I said, is called the MM5. You see here it's saying play. It means it's ready to play. I'm gonna press and hold these two buttons to make sure that we're nice and ready for a new game. I'm going to press the level button, and I'm going to put it on level 4 and press enter. And that is going to be about 1 minute per move average, so it should be a pretty good quality game. So now I'll go over here to my computer, and I'm going to run this DOS software on emulator called VirtualBox. You see over here I have MS-DOS, I have Windows 3.1, 95, and 98. I can run any of these operating systems, but this one runs on MS-DOS. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Check the settings real quick and make sure I have the right disk inserted virtually. Go to storage. Yeah, so it's already there, Turbo Chess. If I needed to put another program in here, I'd come over here and I choose virtual floppy disk, and you see I have some other software I can choose from. But for now, we're set up with Turbo Chess. So I'm going to press the start button up here, and we're going to see what this program is like. For those of you of the age to remember DOS, this will all look a little familiar. I need to go to the A prompt. And I know from experience that this program is run using the executable chess. So just type in chess, enter, and voila, there we are with Turbo Chess. Written in 1985. The graphics are not very sophisticated, as you can tell. Basically just text, and not very many features to speak of. But if you notice down here, it's got a few features to choose from. The most important one for my purposes here is level. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the level, and my preference is seconds per move. So we know we set up the Mephisto MM5 for 1 minute per move. So here I'm gonna set this for 1 minute also per move. And that is it. I'm gonna let the MM5 start first. So come over here and just press the enter button, and it makes its move. And you see it indicates by a flashing light, and the from and the two squares are illuminated with flashing lights. So it's telling me that it wants to move pawn from e2 to e4. So I'll make that move. And over here on Turbo Chess, it doesn't support mouse movements because of its age, so I'll have to enter it the old-fashioned way. I think I can just enter e4, and it'll understand that it's a pawn move to e4. Yep. And you see it responds immediately because it has an opening book, pawn to e5. So come back over here and make the pawn to e5 move. And Mephisto responds immediately from its opening book with knight f3. I'll make that move over on Turbo Chess. Here I'll have to indicate the from and two squares. So that would be g1 f3. So I just type in g1 f3, enter, and it makes the move and responds immediately from its opening book with knight c6. Come over here, knight to c6. So before I go any further with the game, I'm going to do a little something here. I'm going to open up a program I use to track the game and to analyze it and to save the game afterwards as a PGN file. I use Arena. You can use a lot of programs for this, but Arena is really easy to use, and you can put pretty much any chess engine in there. So you put it on edit mode, and then you can enter moves. I'm going to go ahead and enter the first few moves of the game: e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. Okay. Now it's time for Mephisto's move. And you'll see it's telling me that it wants to move its bishop to b5, the Ruy Lopez. So to make the move in Turbo Chess, I have to enter f1, b5, and it responds immediately with bishop c5. So I'll make that move here. Mephisto is responding with pawn c3. So let's get caught up here on the analysis board. So pawn to c3, I'm just going to type in c3. I think that might be good enough. Yep. And now you see that Turbo Chess is out of its opening book. It's starting to calculate, and it gives you some information. You see it's on right now, it's on depth 7. The line in blue is its preferred best line that it's found so far. You see it's considering knight from g8 to e7.